Today we have Lisa in for a brow wax and tint appointment. First, you can see me brushing the eyebrow hairs into position, and we're coming up with a plan of action. Now, Lisa's eyebrows are very light and there's not much shape to them, so she wants a tidy up and a darker tint put on. First, we're going to clean her eyebrow area. Really important that there's no bacteria sitting there when we're about to wax, and clean skin will help the tint stick better. Oil is a total barrier to tint, so we have to make sure that there is no oil on that face. We opted for a dark brown tint, so the tint I'm using today is Tatty Tint. I have put the tint on from the bulb of the eyebrow all the way to the tail, and then I'm brushing back through the opposite direction, just so the tint catches underneath the hair and it sticks to the skin underneath. Once I've did that, you can see me putting the tint on a little bit thicker, and this is what I call packing the tint on. So this is really just to ensure that I don't miss any hairs. I'm now going back in with some dry cotton buds and shaping her eyebrow. Now, Lisa doesn't have much of an arch there, so I'm giving her a higher arch with the tint and creating some nice sharp lines as well. Once I'm happy with that, I'll repeat it on the other eyebrow. So I've let the tint sit now for around 8 minutes, and I've used another dry cotton bud just to check the bulb of the eyebrow to see how well the tint is staining. Now, if I thought the tint was very light, I would just apply it again and leave it on for another couple of minutes. But for Lisa, it was perfect, not too dark and not too light. So I went in now with a dry cotton pad just to take off the remaining tint, and I'll repeat this on the other eyebrow. And now we're ready for some waxing. I've checked the temperature of the wax on the inside of my wrist, so to make sure it's not too hot and we don't want to burn Lisa. And I'm using the flat end of my spatula to get very close to the main part of the eyebrow, but not touching it. Placing my parchment paper down, and I'm using my index finger to keep it in place, and my other index finger is smoothing it all down, making the skin tight and a big pull. So the wax goes on with the direction of the hair growth, and it comes off the opposite direction of the hair growth. And you'll see I always smooth my parchment paper down rather than pat it, because I want to ensure that I'm grabbing every single hair. I also like to do my eyebrow waxing in sections, so I did it there to the bulb to the arch, and now I'm doing it from the arch all the way to the tail end. So again, I'm going to place my parchment paper down. One finger is going to keep it in place. The other finger smoothing it down, not patting it down. Make the skin tight and a big pull in the opposite direction of the hair growth. Folding the parchment paper and just dabbing away any excess wax that might still be there. Now we're going to wax the top of Lisa's eyebrows. So you'll see me now going in with a mascara brush and just brushing the eyebrow hair down. And this is just to ensure that no hair gets stuck in my wax. And now we're ready to wax the middle of Lisa's eyebrows. So you'll see me again with the flat end of my spatula getting very, very close to the bulb of the eyebrows, but they're not touching. So I'm bringing the wax up the way. I'll be placing my parchment paper on top of the wax, smoothing it down. And to make the skin tight when you're working in the middle of the brows, you just simply stretch the forehead and pull it down nice and sharp, folding it in half and dabbing away any wax that might be there. I am now going in, just cleaning Lisa's eyebrows with some after wax gel. This is really good to help close the pores. It helps take away some residue wax also. I'm going to give them a wee brush just to put them into the final position. And then that should be us all finished. And I give Lisa the aftercare advice as well.